Hello, welcome to today's Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson, and we have got a great show ahead for you. If you are in business, you've probably already created a LinkedIn profile. If not, joining us today, John Ontal, lead strategist for Niche Market Media, tells us why you should and what LinkedIn is, why it is such an important or integral part of your online presence and social media marketing for your business. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You always teach me a few new things, what I can do to market my business a little bit better.
Sure.
So this whole LinkedIn thing, tell us a little bit more about it. How can it work for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off big.
Okay.
The average income of an individual on LinkedIn is $109,000.
Wow.
And so that if that doesn't get people's light bulb moment, I don't know what does. On top of that, people are there for business. On top of that, they have doubled in size. In the last year alone, they were about 80 million, and now they're at over 160 million users on LinkedIn.
Wow.
And once again, they're there for business. And I don't know if you've noticed, you probably have, but unlike Facebook or Twitter, on LinkedIn, the mood changes. The notes are different. What people are posting are different. The mood changes. People are there for transactions. They're there to do business.
Yeah, absolutely, John. And not only that, I feel like they're there to maybe give more factual information about their careers and what they can do in business for others.
Yes, they're there to advance their careers, and they're there to help their constituents do the same.
Absolutely. So why should businesses use LinkedIn?
Yeah, they should use it because that's where people are doing business. They're there for business. And one of the biggest things you should do is when you're on there is complete your profile. A lot of times it'll tell you how much more you've got to do, but that's the number one thing that I like to tell people: complete the whole profile. Because if people Google you, that comes up and they want to know what you're doing. And if there's something in your profile that's there, it could lead to a lead immediately.
And not only that, I think those key words are very important for people to know about you. I mean, it gives them an idea of what you do, not only in business, but socially and community.
Sure. And by completing that profile, you give people a rock-solid first impression of you and your business.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand you have some tips for us that will help the viewers succeed on LinkedIn. So tell us a little bit about that now.
Absolutely. You know, besides the profile, which everybody's got to fill out, connect with everyone you can on there. And there's a second degree connections on there.
What does that mean, that second degree? I've always wondered that myself.
Sure. Basically, like your first degree is the people that you actually know.
Okay.
That you know, like your group, your circle, your sphere of influence, so to speak.
Okay.
On top of that, they have connections. And so if you have your initial person as a similar or as a connection, you should reach out to them as well.
Okay.
Because that way you can reach so many more people.
Right.
Because there's the 7 degrees of separation. Have you ever heard that term?
Yes.
That's how this is. And so that's key. That's really, really key. Also, you can customize your website. Instead of just saying my website here, you can actually customize that. This is a tip that no one hardly uses. But if you do this, it's awesome. So instead of it says my website and then you click through, you can have a call to action there. Like if you're in the business of selling shoes, for shoes, click here. You can put those types of things, and they're now a call to action instead of, oh, visit my website.
Right.
So that's like huge. If you have a blog, you can say, find more tips about my blank business here, find out about whatever you want. And that way, it's a really neat little trick that you can do in there that people don't use.
It's a way to specialize almost.
Totally.
Okay.
And once again, when somebody is looking at your profile, they will see, wow, click here for more tips on business or whatever your niche is.
Right.
Pretty interesting stuff. And then also be compelling. When you do make an update on there, a lot of times I see those and you just glance by because you're falling asleep because it's a real, boring. So, you don't want people to fall asleep. You want to be compelling. You can be authoritative. A great tip for a status update is industry news. Now you're an authority. If you put news on there about your industry, you're an authority. So it's not just about me, me, me. You're trying to provide value for those in your sphere of influence. Besides that, recommend others is huge. And of course you want that for you as well, but when you go out and recommend others, you're giving back to the community.
Right.
So if you have someone in there, write a recommendation for them.
Is that sort of like when they send out a little call to notice, endorse me?
Yes, same
Okay.
deal. So recommend, and that is just an awesome way. So the more you do that, the more it comes back to you.
I gotcha. So anyways, John, LinkedIn, you know, and I think that so many people use, obviously, Facebook, which I know there is a lot of social media with that, but the actual LinkedIn product is more of I guess it's more specific to business, your actual maybe education, what you do, and what surrounds everything about what you do.
You got it.
Okay.
You
See, you teach me something new every single month, and I love it.
You're sharp. You pick it up.
So if people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
Absolutely. They can reach me. I'm going to give people my cell phone. It's 843-415-6611, or you can go check out my website at nichemarketmedia.net.
And I think we have that flashing back and forth on the screen
I
now.
hope so. I hope so.
John, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
And we thank you, and we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.